You are listening to The Raven, and now in Cree, Ntutamig Kahkagu.
We are on the line right now with Mr. Jud Friedman in balmy Los Angeles. Good day, Jud. Welcome to 89.3 The Raven in Edmonton.
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing good down here. It's or up here, I guess, from where you are.
No, you're up. You're up. I'm down.
Yeah.
I mean metaphorically, not metaphorically, actually geographically. Yeah. There you go.
The weather's lightening up. Spring is looming around the corner, and
spring is springing. Yeah.
Spring is springing.
Yeah, life is good. Yeah.
So I'd just introduce yourself to our listeners who have probably never heard of you and what you do.
Never heard of me.
No, they've heard the music that they've heard the music on the radio.
Hey man, I'm totally messing with you. They're not supposed to hear of me. Actually, I'm supposed to be one of the behind the scenes guys, except for people in the music business. And that was a choice I made a long time ago. I'm Jud. I'm a songwriter and record producer. And a long time ago, I wanted to be a rock star, and I had a kind of an epiphany. Not to bore you guys, but in New York, where I'm from, playing in clubs, and one night I just got off the stage. And when you play anything, as you know, Bill. No matter how bad you are, and I'm not saying you are bad, but I was pretty horrible. I mean, people are all kind of hanging around going, ooh, ah, come home and hang out with me and let's go for a drink and whatever. And I was looking down at myself, and I was a straight guy with lots of pretty women kind of wanting to hang out. And I was like, this is great, but I don't care. I mean, I just want to make music. So I just, pretty shortly after that, I moved out to Los Angeles and started digging into the songwriter, producer. I wanted to be behind the scenes guy. I didn't crave being on a stage. And I think there's a big difference between wanting to be a pure songwriter and record producer and actually loving the limelight and the spotlight, which I didn't care that much. So anyway, so here I am. I'm a record producer and a songwriter. I'm also a screenwriter. Right before you called, I was polishing off, working on a draft of a pilot script I'm writing about music and law, because I also have a law degree, strangely enough, tucked in there somewhere. And just love being creative. And I teach a lot of workshops. Right before we started recording this, we were talking about how last year I was supposed to be traveling all over the world doing these international songwriting workshops, which I'd been doing for a year or two before that as well. And of course, with the pandemic, the last one I did was up near you guys.
Yeah, I was there for that. I was there for that one. Yeah.
And everything shut down after that. So I have been doing this in the music business. We've been working online for lots of years anyway, but I've been doing the workshops exclusively online, obviously, in the last year. So, and I love them. I love the co-writing, the songwriting and co-writing workshops and the mentoring sessions and everything by Zoom. It's harder in certain respects, but it allows people from all over the place without having to get on planes to come and hang out and make music together and learn about the music business and learn about songwriting and get inspired, hopefully. And I just love all of it. So
yeah, and I was there at your last workshop right before COVID hit. So I feel very fortunate you got to teach me in that group a lot of tricks of the trade and tips on how to write a hit song. Maybe explain to the listeners some of the people that you've written songs for.
Oh yeah, I guess I probably should have said that first. I'm just a really bad agent for myself. You guys can Google me. I'm really easy to find. Just don't tell the FBI about me, okay? It's Jud, Jud Friedman. I've written lots of hits, and I've been nominated for a bunch of Oscars and Grammys and Golden Globes. I wrote a song called Run to You for Whitney Houston from The Bodyguard. Wrote a song called For the First Time that was performed by Kenny Loggins in a movie called, One Fine Day with George Clooney and Michelle Pfeiffer. It was the end title for that film. It was nominated for an Oscar and a couple other things. And big hits like a song called I Don't Have the Heart, which was the #1 song here in the States, at least, by a guy named James Ingram, which I also worked with him on the record on that one. And I just, a lot of stuff. I write songs.
Yeah,
you can find out all about me. I'm all over the place. Yeah, I'm easy to find.
Yeah, I remember before I went to the songwriting workshop at Catalyst Studios there, I did some Googling and I was like, wow, this guy wrote some pretty serious songs out there for some major artists. So I was super pumped. And that's why we're here today. We want to enlighten our listeners and maybe get you a few new heads in the workshop. And, they can learn some tricks of the trade from you. What can people expect to learn from you with these online workshops that you're doing right now?
Well, the more heads, the merrier, and bring the rest of your body as well. Well, to learn from me now, you're not going to learn anything, but we'll have a lot of fun. We eat a lot. We talk. You tell me about relationships. It's kind of a psychotherapy. No, actually, it is a ton of fun. And that's always, in anything we do, it's always the first goal is to eat and drink and be merry and have fun. But having said that, the we're doing the online workshops right now, as you know, and they're similar to the ones we do in person. In person, they're a little bit more intensive time-wise. They're usually weekends, like Saturday and Sunday, full days, which is about all anybody can take, from the morning till around dinner time. After that, everybody's just collapsing. Or if they're not, they should be. But we do the same thing online. We just break it up into 2-hour segments, usually over a bunch of weeks. The workshops are intended to address everything I do, all the teaching I do in songwriting is first and foremost intended to address what I think is the most important aspect of trying to be a successful songwriter or artist, which is it all starts with a great song. So we always try to focus on really upping the game with your songwriting, like taking a close look at songs you're writing. I give assignments, particularly co-writing assignments, try to inspire people to come up with, to break their envelopes a little bit, and try different things with different people. And then they play the songs that they're writing, the songs they've written in the class, and I give feedback and hopefully constructive criticism, all from a really loving, supportive place. There's never any negativity. I never, ever in my classes, I hope you can say this is true, Bill, in the weekend you spent with me. It's never a judgmental thing of, oh, that's a bad song, or, this is the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it. I mean, everyone, the first thing I say in every workshop is opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. So far be it from me to judge your work. All I can say is, does it feel right to me, subjectively? Does it feel right? And if it does, great. And even if it does, can we make it even better? Or if something's missing, maybe we could try this. And just suggest really gently constructive tools and the things that I think are important in terms of making songs really break through. Because, you're dealing with, last I heard, 40 or 50 million songs on Spotify alone. And of those 50 million songs, maybe 1,000 are getting regular airplay. So there's a lot of material out there, and there are a lot of good songs out there. There are a lot of well-crafted songs out there. But there's a difference between writing a pretty good song and really writing something that's a little more inspired on a different level, the ones that really hopefully break through. So that's what I always aim for, to help people write really great songs and become the best songwriters they possibly can be.
Yeah, and I know when we sat in on that songwriting workshop at Catalyst for that weekend, it really opened my eyes to the collaborative writing process, and you explained how most of the hit songs are written by not just one person, by numerous people, if not just a pair of people. And you sat us down for groups, and I got paired with two young girls who I thought that I would never ever be able to write a song, and lo and behold, the three of us sat down with your help and wrote a great song by the end of the weekend, right? So I'm hoping that some of our artists out there that are listening can catch in on some of that and take part in your workshop. Is this the workshop that you have a special guest for?
Yes. This workshop is supposed to start a week from Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific time here in Los Angeles. And a couple of weeks in, we'll be having my very good friend, my brother from another mother, and longtime songwriting partner with whom I wrote most of my most successful stuff, including Run to You by Whitney, Alan Rich, who's just a fantastic guy and a wealth of information and knowledge about the music business and songwriting, and just a great person, and everyone loves him. So what we do is we take like an hour out of one of the 2-hour classes somewhere in the middle of this. It's a 6-week course, this particular one, and he comes in and we talk about his life and what he does, and people ask him and sometimes me as well questions about our experiences and what we've learned and what we can pass on.
And where can people register and find these workshops?
Oh, gosh, go to my Facebook page, which is Jud Friedman, has all the information there. Let me take a quick look because I can never remember this information myself. I think you just have to go to globalsongwritersnetwork.com.
Okay.
That's where you can book everything and get lots of information. It's also all over my Facebook page, but it's globalsongwritersnetwork.com.
Okay, and the course you said...
And there's plenty of information.
What day does the course start on?
The course is scheduled to begin on April the 9th at 11 o'clock Pacific time, and we'll go for 2 hours that day, and we'll go for 6 weeks total every Friday after that.
Gotcha.
And we're flexible also. Sometimes there's a holiday intervening or something like that, and we change it to a Saturday. And, if enough people come to me and say, hey, I want to do it, but I can only do it on Saturday because Fridays are work days or something like that, we try to find ways to accommodate everybody or shift things around. So,
great.
But it's a blast, man. If you can do it, come and do it. We love having new people. We have a lot of repeat people. People keep coming back. They just enjoy it so much, and they get set up with different people to write, and they bring in different songs, and they learn different things, and it's a lot of fun. If you're a songwriter interested in taking your songwriting and your artistry to another level, come and hang out with us.
Yeah, we are on the line right now with Jud Friedman down in Los Angeles. Jud has written a lot of numerous hits out there on the radio that you guys have heard, written for people like Whitney Houston, Toni Braxton. I think I even seen Rod Stewart in your list. So we want to thank you for your time and chatting with us today, and we will promote it on the show and on the Raven website. We'll get you some attendees and writing some hit songs.
That sounds awesome, man. Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you take care.
You too.
Okay.
Good hearing from you.
Yeah,
Take
you
care.
too. Bye-bye.
You are listening to The Raven, and now in Cree, Ntuhtamig Kahkagu.